Welcome to the channel, guys. So today I'm gonna be discussing how you can stay motivated to achieve all your goals and all things you need to in your life. So these are the things that help me, and when you implement these mindsets, hopefully they can help you too. So number one, the thing that really helps me stay motivated is inevitably in life we're all gonna go through hardships. You're gonna deal with difficult things in life. It's part of the human experience. So what helps me stay motivated is whenever whenever I'm feeling unmotivated, or I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I reminisce. I go back to my lowest times, and the times that were really hurtful, and the times that I've experienced all the negative emotion, and I use that as fuel as to, wow, I never want to fucking go back to that position that I was. I use that, like, ugh, I use those strong emotions to get me to do the things I know I need to do for me to get to where I want to be. I imagine, and I like remember all the negative emotions I felt, how low and how at the bottom I was, and I use all those negative feelings and energy for me to just be like, I'm gonna do what I need to do because I don't ever want to go back to that fucking position. And you sh- and I recommend that you do the same. All the negative emotions, the adversities that you've gone through, use that to use. You already have it anyways. You already have those negative feelings and emotions. Use it to your advantage. Have it work for you. Have that work for you favorably. So do that. Use all your negative experiences to motivate you to do the things that you need to do, or to stop you from procrastinating or being lazy. Use it. And number two, another way um, I stay motivated is one of my favorite quotes ever that I like. It's like, the cost of like procrastination is the life you could have lived. Let me repeat that for you. The cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived. So, guys, we get this one life, and I want to make the most of it. Especially me. My story started out really bad. It was really sad. My story started out awful, and I fucking refuse to live the rest of my life just struggling. I'm sorry. I fucking refuse that. I'm sorry. I just can't. I literally can't. And just have that mentality that you get this one life and you want to live your fullest potential. Your fullest potential. Because at the end of the day, when you're old and you're close to death, you realize that you're closer to the ending than the beginning. You don't want to reminisce and be like, man, I could have been this. I could have been this, or whatever thing you envision for yourself, but you're just unmotivated. Maybe you were lazy, you procrastinated, whatever it was, and you didn't achieve it. That's an awful thing to live with, and I don't want that for you. So whenever you have those feelings where you're feeling like, I don't feel like it, like, I'm not motivated, I'll go tomorrow, I'll go next week. Oh, when you're having that conversation with yourself about you not doing the work, just remember that the cost of procrastination of life you could have lived. You not doing all this stuff is literally hindering you from the life that you want or the goals that you were trying to achieve. So use that as motivation to fuel you and for you to get on it so you can live life to the fullest. Live your life how you want it, not how it was just given to you circumstantially. And another thing that helps me stay motivated and like stay consistent, whatever, is I highly recommend this book. You can check. It's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It's 10 out of 10 book, and I recommend it. I highly recommend, one of the best books I've ever read in my life, and it's really helped me. So it's called The Compound Effect. So what it says is, So the compound effect is just doing a little series of things over and over and over and over and over again and over until it leads to something big. And so the compound effect is basically, you know how I'm gonna give you an illustration. You know how when there's a party and there's a group of kids and there's a pinata full of candy and they keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. Like all the kids hit it, but then some, and then one last kid hits it. He hits it a couple times and it just bursts open. It wasn't because of that kid. That kid was stronger than all the other kids. That kid was better than all the other kids. No, it was just the compounding effect of the pinata being hit over and over and over again, and eventually it just exploded. They finally got their candy. It was because of the compound effect of all those prior kids just hitting it, and it had to open. So the compound effect is very similar. It's you doing the same repetitive thing, the same mundane, boring thing over and over again until you get that specific outcome. And the way that helps me stay motivated is I realize that, and Darren Hardy highlights this in his book as well. He says that the compound effect is always working for you or against you. So that means every single time you do the right thing, you're closer. You're getting closer and closer to where your goal is. It's compounding little by little. Even though you can't see it, you're working towards it. You're gonna get better. You're getting better, and it's gonna lead to the desired result that you want. But on the other hand, it works the same way negatively. If you're like, oh, I'm not motivated today. Oh, I'm not gonna study. I'm not gonna work out. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go to work today. Oh, I'm gonna go to sleep late. All those things, they're working against you, and it's gonna keep working negatively against you, and you're gonna go on a downhill spiral. And you're gonna keep making bad choices, and bad things are just gonna happen to you. The compound effect works negatively too. It's just a downhill spiral. So whenever I'm at a crossroad where I'm like, oh, I don't feel motivated, I don't feel like I need to do it, I think of the compound effect. I'm like, wow,